Every year between May and August, cuttlefish put on a massive show through a mating season in Whyalla. So that's where we went to check it out. Let's take a look. The location is Stony Point near Port Maritime in Whyalla, and when you get there, these creatures are absolutely everywhere. I genuinely don't see how you can get there and not be able to see them. That's how commonly visible they can be. And of course, these creatures aren't too afraid of you, so you can actually go in the water and see them really up close and personal. I guess they're actually quite busy, so they're not too interested in knowing where you are or what you want to do to them. And these giant cuttlefishes range anywhere between 30 centimeters to about a meter long, so they do get quite large. And if you sit there and watch these cuttlefish for a long enough time, you will see that there's quite a lot of drama going on. Sometimes a male cuttlefish pretend to be a female one, and then there's all these display of amazing colors, and then there's all this love triangle too. So it does feel a bit like a nature documentary, but live action. People from all over the world to come check out these cuttlefish. It is actually a very big deal. All over Australia and from international waters, people wanted to come and check out this magnificent sight of cuttlefish. So when we were there, we did 2 dives. The 2 dives happened at the same location at Stony Point near Port Maritime. And the dives are very simple. You basically gear up near a car park, walk down a pathway, and boom, you're hitting the water straight away. There's no boat to take. You're just doing a shore dive. Now, the first dive we did was a night dive, and the second one was during the day. The night dive was a little bit choppier than the day dive, but that's okay because as long as you're in the water, it's actually not too bad. But needless to say, either of the dive was absolutely stunning. The visibility was better than I thought, but the water is extremely cold. So make sure you bring at least a 7mm suit or a dry suit to go diving in Whyalla during this season. If I have a tank on you up to 200 bars, that will last you 2 dives because you're actually not going in so deep, and each dive you'll be able to spend about an hour underwater. Now, the water is shallow enough for you to snorkel, especially during the day, but a dive is more recommended because there are slightly deeper sections where you can see more of the cuttlefish wildlife. And while you're there, keep an eye out for other creatures as well. There is a giant stingray that will be resting on the seabed, so keep your eye out for that. If you're not taking any scuba gear to go up to Whyalla, such as your tanks and other gear that you need for diving, I really recommend that you book ahead because during the season it's very peak season, so there might not be as much supply as readily available, so make sure you call in ahead or you'll be sorry. The drive to Whyalla is about 4 hours from Adelaide. Whyalla does have an airport, but I recommend driving up from Adelaide, as there are some beautiful scenery of the Flinders Ranges on the way up, and during winter it's very green, so you don't want to miss that at all. We also checked out a deli that's called Harry's Fruit and Veg, I think, and they sold some wacky game meats like camel mince, and they had camel milk as well, which I thought was crazy interesting. Within Whyalla, we had an affordable and comfortable stay at the Big 4 holiday parks. Be sure to check out their pillow for a bit of a warm-up before you dive, of course. And while you're in Whyalla, also check out the Maritime Museum. There you will see a dope display of model trains, which I thought was super cool. And there is a section where you can play with the switches as well. You can also go on the HMAS Whyalla, which has a rich history too with its guided tours. Yeah. And also while you're in Whyalla, pick a night to visit the lookout and take in the Australian beach scenery, as well as witnessing the mechanical plants of Whyalla. So there you have it. That was our trip to Whyalla to check out the magnificent cuttlefish. It comes highly recommended. If you haven't done so, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. If you'd like to go check us out, go check out the link in the description below. Check us out at blueviewdiving.com, and I will see you in the next amazing place we get to visit. Peace.